EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Off the play fake. Hampton steps away. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, 41 yards. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. For Dobbins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 53 yards. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for Vegas.
Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down, got his hand in and knocked it away.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jalen Waddle, 65 yards. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that Gets into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern day.
Oh, had to get it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. And this will be a touchback, so that... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Jackson now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Looking for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders! Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That second down play nets a -4. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
3rd and goal. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Touchdown! A great play there. 73 yards. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the silver and black continue to roll. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Completes this out left to Ruggs. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Carlson down to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we're at halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 14 yards, and the Raiders are pouring it on. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That punt return 69 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Anderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Looking to throw. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they... Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw. Jackson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings them 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Touchdown! A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Jackson on 1st, and down he goes. Brought down, a Raider sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down. Under pressure, they got him again. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Raiders! A great play there. 30 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jackson with a blitz coming. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett. Another try after the first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Pressure coming. Here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. They're going to try and run. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he bowls over it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Baker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack on first down, Jackson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out and complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. One last shot for Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know,